Turkey has hosted a rare high-level meeting with military leaders from the United States and Russia. It's aimed at defeating ISIS and other terror groups in Syria.
And Turkey's Prime Minister says the countries must coordinate so they don't interfere in each other's operations and to avoid friendly fire incidents.
Well, for more on this, CNN's military analyst, Lt Col Francona, joins us now. Colonel, good to speak with you. How do you see this meeting of the military chiefs from Russia and the United States? Is this the start of the United States working alongside Russia a lot more closely to try and defeat ISIS in Syria?
Yeah, it has that potential. I think this is a positive step. For the first time, we actually have the primary sponsors of the combatant groups in Syria sitting down and actually discussing how we're going to go after ISIS. And that's been the goal all along, is how do we fight ISIS? But over the last several months, what is happening is, although these three groups are fighting ISIS, they spend a lot of time fighting each other, which is just counterproductive to the overall mission. So for the first time, we've got the Turks, the Americans, and the Russians. And these are the three major sponsors. The Russians are supporting, of course, the Syrian government. The Turks are supporting the Free Syrian Army, the rebels. And, of course, the United States is supporting this Kurdish Arab group called the Syrian Democratic Front. And I think it's a good thing that they're all getting everybody back focused on ISIS. This does represent a shift in U.S. position, though, because whereas in the past we wanted to fight ISIS, yes, but we also wanted the removal of the Bashar al-Assad regime. If we're going to be talking to the Russians, that's probably going to go by the wayside.
Well, all of this is moving towards an offensive to take Raqqa away from ISIS, its self-declared capital there in Syria. As you mentioned, one of the issues is the involvement of the Kurdish fighters, and according to Turkey's Prime Minister, it is a big issue that needs to be dealt with. Listen to this.
We have told our interlocutors that in the fight against Daesh, one cannot cooperate with groups which have an agenda that is against Syria's unity and integrity. Therefore, it is unfortunate that some of our allies have chosen terrorist organizations as partners, such as YPG and PYD, which share PKK's nature.
So how will this play out, especially given the fact that the Kurds are probably the best, most effective fighters in Syria against ISIS, and as you say, they're the ones backed by the United States?
Well, here's the situation on the ground, and it has changed radically in the last 2 weeks because the Turkish-led Free Syrian Army has been cut off from their front lines with ISIS. They're no longer confronting ISIS. They have been cut off by the Syrian regime and the Kurds. So the Turks have really been marginalized, and they're really pushing back. So what we have are the Kurdish groups that are sponsored by the United States are only within about 5 to 6 miles of Raqqa, whereas the Turks, who really want to lead this assault, are over 100 miles away. John, it would take them months to fight their way through to get to Raqqa. So I think the United States is looking at this as a time and distance factor. We've got the Kurds right there. They're capable, with American support, of taking Raqqa. Let's liberate Raqqa now, rather than let these people just fester for months under the tyranny of ISIS.
Is that something that will be worked out at this meeting that they had in Turkey, essentially which group will go in, which group will, in fact, liberate Raqqa?
Well, I think so, and it's going to be a very important point. And the Turks are adamant they want some role in this. They've come up with a bunch of ideas. One of them was, how about the United States opening up a corridor through Kurdish territory? I think that's a non-starter. The Turks are desperate to be involved in this, and they've been very effectively marginalized by the Russians and the United States. So I think we're trying to come up with some way where we can assuage the Turks, yet let the Kurds retake Raqqa. They're in the best position to do it, but they don't have the firepower. They're going to need a lot of U.S. support, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot more American armor. We got Army Rangers going in. The 75th Ranger Regiment has deployed units there, and in a remarkable display, you see these Stryker vehicles rolling down the road, flying the American flag. We've not seen that before.
Right. Yeah, and if the U.S. president and the Pentagon is to be believed, it seems there could be a greater involvement of U.S. troops in the weeks ahead. Colonel, thank you. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, John.